what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy them.
I'm just gonna charge ahead with all the Greg Brooks stuff off the top. I want to be clear before I play the Brian Kelly sound about how I feel about this. So if you missed it, Greg Brooks had and his family had an absolutely heartbreaking segment on Good Morning America, where it shows what Greg has been through, and we can talk about that in a second. But within it, Greg's father says Brian Kelly's not been in touch with his son, in contact with his son since October of 2023, and that's what Brian Kelly was responding to. I gotta be so clear about this. I don't really care at all to argue about did Brian Kelly get in touch with me? Did he get in touch with me? To me, what we cannot lose sight of here, and the real hero and the real tragedy of this all is Greg himself. Do not use Greg as a launching pad to get your Kelly beef off your chest. And in the inverse, do not attack Greg because you want to defend Brian Kelly. It's the story here. What matters is what happened to Greg Brooks. A young man in his physical prime, leader, captain of the football team, who, in my opinion, I believe his situation was not handled correctly. But again, regardless, that is an opinion. The fact and the story and what matters here is that Greg Brooks was a young man in his physical prime, had the entire world in front of him. And he went in for a surgery in which he was told that it would not be, that he would be up and walking like within a day, right? He went in for a surgery that was not supposed to be life-altering, and yet he emerged on the other side after multiple strokes, unable to talk, unable to walk, unable to eat. And now this young man is pouring everything that he has in learning how to live once again, learning how to move once again, learning how to talk once again. Even listening to him in that interview, the fact that he's gotten where he's gotten to is impressive and heartbreaking. And I've seen a lot of people talking about online once the family lawyered up, Brian Kelly has to stop talking to him. First off, saying it like lawyered up, like that's the wrong thing to do. What would any of y'all done? What would you do in the same situation? Everybody would do the exact same thing. This is every family's worst nightmare come to life. And yeah, of course, you feel wronged and slighted and misled. And like the people who did the surgery weren't qualified to do the surgery because look at what happened. And I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what the case is there. But to say that you wouldn't or that it's somehow wrong to, absolutely absurd. And yeah, if BK stopped talking to him after they lowered up, I think that's awful too. So, again, I'll play the Brian Kelly sound. But I want you to know I don't care about it. All I care about and the story is Greg Brooks and what he went through and his continued road to recovery. And how can we support him? How can you support him? Are there GoFundMes? We'll look into it, find any links that we can. But if you have any of the family, friends, anything, that's the story here is Greg's continued road to recovery. So, sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I feel like people are really losing the thread here when it comes to what matters in this story.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.